Hi, I'm Jill Galloway. I'm an artist educator at the National Portrait Gallery and a full-time artist with J.J. Galloway Studio. In today's Drawn to Figure lesson, we're talking about cross contour. Now, contour means outline or the line that goes around a subject, like the skull. Cross contour would be the lines that wrap around the subject. It's a way you take something that's 3D or rounded like this, and you make it look 3D even though you're working on a 2D surface. The contour lines show shape. So for today's lesson, all you'll need are paper, pencil, and an eraser. Now don't panic, you don't need to have any special skills for today's lesson. We're going to start with some very basic, simple shapes in the beginning, and then we'll move on to some more advanced ideas for someone who wants a challenge. I think that's all. Let's get started. Let's start with a very simple shape of a circle. Drawing the outline of the circle is the contour drawing. Start by adding a simple line going straight up, that's called vertical, up and down, and another line going horizontal, left to right, kind of like a plus sign in the middle of your circle. Now to add the cross contour lines or the curvy lines. Starting from the middle of the circle and working out, each curve that you add will copy the curve it's heading towards, getting more curvy as it gets there. So if you start in the middle, the line next to the horizontal line will be a little more curvy, and then more curvy, and then more curvy. You'll do this for each of the sections. This, by the way, is how you would make a globe. A great still life subject to practice the circle with is an apple. It's round like the globe is, so it'll have similar cross contour lines, but it'll be a little different in how the lines are angled. So with this apple, and remember the cross contour lines are there to show you a turn in the shape. I can notice across the top of the apple here a highlight, so that will likely be a cross contour line indicating where the apple is the highest point. From there it'll turn around or down. You can continue with your circles going down the apple, coming from behind, going around the front, and going around the back, and again, and again. So then you'll want to come from the inside of that core shape and up and over and around the back, and then think about up and over and around the back. Remember, you're thinking like a sculptor when you're drawing cross contour. You're not thinking curve, you're thinking up, over, and down, up, over, and down. The center line will be straight. Now we need to think about adding in a little stem, which comes out of the middle of the core, and you can color that in. And that's a simple apple. Here's a way of taking the cross contour apple a bit further. You can add color with markers, or you can take several bites out of the apple and redraw it that way. Another great subject is a banana. With each of these planes, it's so easy to see how the cross contour will wrap around each of the planes going side to side, and you'll make these marks going all the way around the banana. So when you set your still life up, you can see clearly how the marks will go. Start with your action line going down the center of the banana, and then you'll do the contour lines going around the outside of the banana. Then you can start adding your cross contour lines in. Notice how they go up, over, and around. Remember, thinking like a sculptor. Up a banana, on the side of the banana, and then behind the banana. You might want to use a pencil to measure these angles. So every now and then I'll hold my pencil up, I'll measure the angle. By closing one eye, holding the pencil up, you can see what the angle of the line is. Is it straight up and down? Is it angled a little bit? And then you could compare as you move down the banana with each of your lines. Now for another challenge, try your hand. Now when you lay your hand down, notice the side of your fingers are in shadow and the top of your hand is in light. This is the trick between making sausage fingers look like actual fingers, and that is finding that side plane to the finger. So you can see with cross contour, you have to go over the top of the finger and then down the side. Now if you really want to challenge yourself, here's a skull. This is a skull I designed many years ago. Now I'm going to speed things up here so you can see how the cross contour lines take something that's 2D and make it look 3D. our collection, this is the Boston Athenaeum portrait of George Washington. It was done by an artist named Gilbert Stuart. Stuart left this painting unfinished so he could keep it in his studio to use as a reference for many more portraits. It's believed there's over 100 portraits based on this painting. This was the face that was used for the $1 bill, so of course the $1 bill is an engraving, so we'd have to flip the portrait over, and you can see how the cross-contour lines are made on the $1 bill. You can visit our website and go to the portrait section to find out more about this portrait, or you can check out the Visit at Home section for more activities that you can do from your home. Thanks so much for joining me for today's Drawn to Figure lesson. I hope you liked it, and I hope you learned something. If you keep practicing those cross-contour lines, I promise your drawing will improve. Okay, we'll see you next time.